right there. Here's how he ended up in that situation in the first place. TSA said its agents did not follow protocol Friday when they discovered one of the box cutters in a man's carry-on, and they missed the second one completely. TSA said it scanned both pieces of his luggage but did not use the technology to its fullest capabilities and did not identify the box cutter. Instead, security found it during a further search, and at that time the visible blades were removed and given back to the passenger. TSA now says this is against procedure. The agency also scanned his backpack for explosives, but agents missed the second box cutter. The TSA employees involved are now going through extra training. Reporting live, Molly Kowick, News Center 7.
Great story, a lot to unpack there, Molly. Former President Donald Trump made it official tonight. He's running for president for a third time. He made the announcement in the last hour. Let's bring in News Center 7's Blair Miller now live in Washington. And Blair, you listened in on what the former president had to say. What stood out to you?
You know, Gabrielle, this started off as a mostly scripted announcement, and going into this, Trump advisors said this announcement would be very buttoned up. But as the speech went on, he started to go off script more on some of the issues like immigration. Tonight, former President Trump spent some of his time touting his accomplishments as president, but also was very critical of President Biden. He talked about some of the recent criticism here in D.C. from within his own party, that he hurt Republican candidates in the midterm elections. He took credit for pulling candidates across the finish line and said, because of him, the Republican Party is only growing. Gabrielle?
All right, well, Blair, he took credit, you said, for doing that. The question that I have for you is, when it comes to what's next and you're looking forward here, what else do you have a reaction about this when people said stuff?
Well, it's interesting because right now the biggest issue, from Republicans is focusing on the runoff Senate race that's happening in Georgia between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. President Trump mentioned that race tonight, but some Republicans worry that having President Trump in the race now will take away some of that focus of what's at stake in Georgia, and that some voters could start to focus more on 2024 and not the runoff election. Republicans and Democrats want every bit of energy on that runoff race. So with President Trump declaring tonight, some of his own supporters worry it will only be a distraction. We'll have to wait and see.
Blair, we appreciate you live in Washington for us. See you soon.
You got it.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast with meteorologist Austin Cheney.
We've been talking a lot about the temperature. We've been talking a lot about what's been falling and the tricky travel. I mean, you really are, this is a complicated forecast.
Yeah, it is. It's complicated on one hand because we have all these little potentials here, but at the same time, I know you're not seeing that snow on your grass right now, so you're like, where is it? Well, we have a few more flakes come back in our forecast tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, as those temperatures fall, that's when I think we could actually see some of those slick spots developing. Now, out there right now, we're actually done with the rain and snow for the night. Here's the view into downtown Dayton. Cloud cover continues to hang out overhead, but you see there's nothing falling here in downtown, and live Doppler 7 radar is dry. Now, for a lot of the night, we had a rain-snow mix across far northern stretches of the area, and then just some mist and drizzle elsewhere. So that's exited. We're just left with the cold. But if you look off to the north, there's a lot of snow up through the Great Lakes right now. Another weather disturbance associated with this whole mess is going to rotate through here tomorrow, and that's going to produce another burst of snow flurries, especially late in the days. Out the door tomorrow morning, dress warmly. Temperatures are going to be in the lower 30s in the morning, and they're only going to get to the mid and upper 30s by the afternoon. And with that snow brush handy in your car as well, because we could have some locally heavy burst of snow to end the day tomorrow. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. Cloudy through tonight. I think we are pretty much done with any chance for precipitation overnight. Staying dry through the first part of the day tomorrow, but then as this upper level disturbance starts to swing on through, you see snow flurries become a possibility, snow showers in some spots, and if you get a good enough burst of that, it could accumulate. Here's where the travel issue may come into play. Tomorrow night, going into early Thursday morning, we catch that fetch of moisture off of Lake Michigan as well. That keeps the snow shower machine going into tomorrow night. And any of this snow that sticks tomorrow night could stick to the roads as well, because the road temperatures are going to be cold by then. Air temperatures are going to be below freezing, so that's that combination that we would look for. Then after that, even though we get rid of our winter weather threat, temperatures just trend colder over the next few days. Highs tomorrow, mid to upper 30s. Then for Thursday, mid-30s. Friday, 29 degrees for a high. And as you might imagine, it's going to be even colder during the overnight time frames as well. Friday night into Saturday morning, down to 17 degrees here in the Dayton area. That'll be the coldest air we have felt since last March. Let me tack something else onto it. We're going to have some wind during that time frame as well, so we feel like teens on Friday. Then we wake up Saturday morning, and we're going to have single-digit wind chills back in the Miami Valley. So, yeah, welcome to winter. Here we go, 7-day forecast. No showers possible, mainly late tomorrow into tomorrow night. A few flurries into Thursday morning, then just downright cold for Friday with a high of 29 degrees. Staying chilly into the weekend, and then 40s. That's going to feel really warm by the time we get to next Monday and Tuesday, 44 by Tuesday afternoon.
Hard to believe 44 is warm. Thank you. All right, Austin. Wheel of Fortune. Tonight, a Dayton woman got to spin the big wheel. The reason she says her mother would be so proud. And travel is back just in time for Thanksgiving. How many people plan to pack their bags this holiday? And what you can expect to pay if you're one of them?